Hi, hello, welcome to the last video on the channel for the year 2021, and welcome to my New Year's Eve talk. I'll probably do this for the next few years as well. I started doing it last year, and I just kind of want to go back the 12 months that we've gone through and kind of reminisce about the times that we had and what happened during the year, what significantly changed, what games came out maybe. Well, of course, a gaming YouTuber, so my main focus should be gaming, but I'll also kind of tell personally and just about the same as last year. Just take it a bit chill and talk about the year. For me, it's currently 7:40 p.m. So I'm a bit less than 4.5 hours away from the new year, and I just stocked up my setup with a second monitor finally. So that's already the first good news. I now have two monitors, which means that I can stream way more freely and without having to look at the chat with my phone. So I should be streaming more often from now on. But of course, the time is also a factor that plays into that. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go through the months same as I did last year, but this time it wasn't really something. There wasn't really something in every month that was worth talking about, so I might skip over some months to just talk through some bullshit. So yeah, we'll start in January. January was pretty typical, you know. My birthday is in January, so it's always a pretty great month. But other than my birthday, nothing really happened in January. Same goes for February. February was pretty normal. Um, I don't know exactly what games came out in January and February. I'll actually look it up, but I know that February, um, Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury came out, which was a pretty big success. But other than that, I don't think anything really significant came out. March was also pretty typical. March is of course always the anniversary of the Nintendo Switch. So that's the thing that happens in March. I just saw that in January actually Hitman 3 came out, so one big game that came out in January was that. But other than that, I don't think really anything came out in January, February as well, of course. Oh, Little Nightmares 2 came out in February. That was a pretty big success. Little Nightmares 2 came out in February as well. March was a pretty boring month for gaming. I can't really see anything that was significant. I mean, It Takes Two came out, which was critically acclaimed to be good. And of course, the flop Balan Wonderworld from the makers of Sonic came out, which was total bullshit. But April came with some good games, and of course, a lot of bad games as well. But um, in April there was Outriders, which was a pretty big title. There was Oddworld Soulstorm. There was a Star Wars game, a new one, Star Wars Republic Commando, and the the joke game Pac-Man 99 or Pac-Man Battle Royale. I don't know what's up with Nintendo and their Battle Royales. First they do a Tetris, then a Mario, and now Pac-Man. But I mean it was pretty fun. But I think the biggest game that came out in April was probably Borderlands 3, which was long awaited. But I think that's it. Yeah, that should be it. Going into May was pretty exciting because we had Resident Evil Village to look forward to. Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance was pretty big. Days Gone was a really big title as well. So May was really big for gaming, as well as Knockout City came out. Miitopia got a port to the Switch, which I think Miitopia was pretty successful on the 3DS, I'm not sure. And Rust made it to consoles. Rust saw a big hype spike this year as well. I think Rust was pretty hyped this year. But I think that's it for May. So we had big titles in May, especially Resident Evil Village. A DLC for Assassin's Creed Valhalla came out. I didn't even know it had a DLC yet. I'm literally looking all of this up on a website I just found. Going into June, I know that we got the new Mario Golf game, which was surprisingly decent. I didn't expect it to be that good. I expected it to be like a okay, you play it once, it's kind of cool, but after two or three plays, it just gets boring. But it was actually quite interesting. It was pretty good. But other than that, we didn't really get anything. I mean, Doom Eternal got a port to the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X and S. But when it comes to gaming, June was pretty boring. But June for me personally was a pretty exhausting month. That was the month I got diagnosed with diabetes, type 1, if I'm not mistaken, and yeah, June was a pretty rough month, so I was happy that I had the games from May to kind of distract me. But yeah, June was pretty wild personally, but it was pretty much nothing for the gaming history. July, I can't remember everything, but I know that The Witcher got a mobile game, and the Wii game, let me lie, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword? What was it called, I think? Got a remake on the Switch, which was the biggest game in July. Other than that, we got Space Jam game because of the new movie that came out. We got Monster Hunter Stories 2. We got Pokemon Unite, which was dog shit. We got Hell Let Loose, the full version. We got the Microsoft Flight Simulator on Xbox Series X and S. And we got Nier Reincarnation on mobile. But yeah, those are all pretty tiny titles. Going into August, I don't know anything, so I actually have to pull up the site here, the website. See, Naraka Blaypoint came out, which I think is a battle royale game that got a lot of hype recently. We got Icarus on PC. We got Slime Rancher on the Switch, which was a pretty beloved title. We got Blair Witch, the horror game on PlayStation VR, finally came out. We got Marvel's Avengers, War for Wakanda in this month, which I think was another flop. And we got especially the 12 Minutes game that came out in this month. 12 Minutes was really good. It was one of the best thrillers I've ever seen. I haven't played it because I don't have it, but it was such a good game to watch. I think that 12 Minutes is the best game that came out in August. Next to Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, which is of course amazing. We got Psychonauts 2, which we waited for like ages, but I don't think there was anything more than 12 Minutes and Ghost of Tsushima in that month. September was okay. We got WarioWare, we got Deathloop, which was pretty looked forward to. We got Deltarune Chapter 2 on Switch. We got, let me see, we got Diablo 2 Resurrected, so a Diablo 2 remake. I don't know how that one evolved. I don't know if it was actually liked or not. But I know what Dick had liked was Life is Strange True Colors. Life is Strange True Colors, not Life is Strange. Life is Strange True Colors, which was a pretty good game. I really liked this game. I really liked the third one way more than the second one. I don't know why, but the third one had something to it that the second one didn't. And we got the highly anticipated game Kena Bridge of Spirits, which was already hyped after the first announcement, even before the PS5 even released. So that was a big one. We got Death Stranding Director's Cut. We got Ghost Runner. We got Inside Mind, which is an amazing horror game. And that's pretty much it for the big ones. So yeah, September was pretty big. And of course there's October, which is probably almost always the biggest month for gaming. Next to, I'd say, December. We got Metroid Dread, which was good. It was a good Metroid, and probably the best Nintendo game this year, which is still not good, but it's the best we got this year. We got FIFA 22, of course, another FIFA game. Every year there's a new one. We know the drill. Alan Wake Remastered, which is a horror game. I haven't played it, but I've seen it and it looks great. We got Far Cry 6, which of course is another big one. We got Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, which should be in June. Well, okay, we got DDLC Plus anyway, but I think it released in June and not in October. We got Pikmin Bloom, which is a mobile game. I don't think that one went well. And the last game of October was Mario Party Mario Party Superstars, which was the first good Mario Party after probably 10 years. Going into November, we got World War Z on Switch, which is a zombie game if you don't know, which is actually pretty good for a zombie game. It's not the best I've ever seen, but it's actually pretty good. We got Call of Duty Vanguard, which is the worst Call of Duty I've played in a while. Call of Duty Vanguard sucks and no one should buy it if you don't already have. Next year's Call of Duty is going to be Modern Warfare 2. I'm looking forward to that one, but Call of Duty Vanguard as it stands now is a waste of money and I would never get it. We got Forza Horizon 5, which represents the new gen, the next gen graphics beautifully. We got Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, Switch, I think the remake. We got Battlefield 2042, big one. Battlefield 2042 was really looked forward to, and it sucks. I don't know what's wrong with Call of Duty this year and Battlefield, but they both had a disastrous launch, especially Battlefield. That was, I think somewhere I've read that Battlefield 2042 had the worst launch in Steam history, and I can completely see why. Because the game it wasn't polished, it was laggy, it was buggy, it didn't run very well on especially low-end PCs. Not even on high-end PCs. I mean, my PC is really decent, but even on my PC it lagged at low settings, which I did not expect. Because I have a 3070 and a i7 10th generation, and it still lagged like shit. So the game was really not polished and just not good. And then we have the last month, which is December. We definitely got Halo Infinite, which is pretty decent Halo game. The multiplayer is pretty good from what I've heard. The story is really good as well. But other than that, I didn't really hear anything from the new Halo game. And I don't think there's any other game that came out in December that was really worth mentioning right here. Except for Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. There you go, the big one. The big release that every FNAF fan anticipated since 2019. It's finally here, and I was surprised in how smooth gameplay feels, because the new Five Nights at Freddy's game is not what you would expect from a Five Nights at Freddy's game. It takes the franchise and throws it into a completely different and new angle, which I really like. Before Security Breach, all of the games except for Help Wanted were point and click games, which was not bad in any way. It was actually really good, and especially I think Sister Location did that concept justice with the kind of free roam that we had in Sister Location. But yeah, in this new game it's completely 3D. We're gone from the point and click. We're in a giant area which you can freely explore, and you can free roam pretty much everywhere in the building. The game's actually pretty long from what I've heard. I haven't played much. I've played like 2 hours of it. And from what I've seen in the game, it's pretty damn good. And it should be about like 20 hours, I heard. So you get a lot of playtime from a Five Nights at Freddy's game, a lot more than I expected. Like my highest... Oh, my voice cracked though. Yeah, my voice cracks are back. Like my highest hours I have on a Five Nights at Freddy's game is on Ultimate Custom Night, and that's 20 hours as well, because of course Ultimate Custom Night is a fucking grind if you want to go to 50-20. But if we exclude UCN, my highest played Five Nights at Freddy's game is FNAF 4 with 6.5 hours. So it's literally 14 hours more, which is a lot. So it was way more than I expected. And that was pretty much the last big release for 2021. There are 2 games that I'm really looking forward to in 2022. One of which is Elden Ring, of course, as a Dark Souls geek. Elden Ring is one of the games that I really look forward to, and the second one is Horizon Forbidden West, because I liked the first one, and I can imagine that I will like the second one even more. But if I had to choose one of those 2, it would be Elden Ring, because in the last month I played a lot of Dark Souls. You can see Dark Souls gameplay right now in the background that I recorded for this video, or probably did, I don't know yet. Because I'm gonna do that afterwards. But I'm gonna record Dark Souls gameplay. And yeah, I got back into Dark Souls, and I'm super excited for Elden Ring. But yeah, that's it for games, and that's it for my talk. I went over all the months, discussed the games, and I didn't really want to make this video too long, because of course I want to release it today, and if I make an hour-long video, it's gonna upload like 10 hours, and I really want to release it on New Year's Eve. So we're at the end of the talk. I thank you for watching, and to a lot of good new games in 2022, and hopefully the situation of all of us will be better next year. So yeah, we can look forward to a lot of great games coming next year. I think 2022 is going to be an amazing year for gamers. But without further ado, yeah, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next year in the next video. It shouldn't take too long before I make a new video. I already have one planned. Multiple ones, actually. But, yeah. I'll see you guys in the next year.